Hey there, it's Gretchen Coley with the Alleviate Company in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I wanted to film this quick video because with housing prices seeming to appreciate at levels that far exceed historical norms, I'm getting a lot of questions from my clients. And I thought that maybe a few of you out there might have the same questions. So my clients are asking, are we in a bubble and when is the bubble going to burst? And this is just out of fear. So to help alleviate this fear, I like to go back and look at history and take a look at the reasons why we had a bubble 10 years ago and that bubble burst. So in the last decade, the demand for housing was artificially propped up because mortgage lending standards were way too lenient, and people who weren't qualified to purchase homes were able to get mortgages anyway. As we now know, this is a very scary scenario, and this is what helped to make prices skyrocket. This increase in demand caused home builders to overbuild, and eventually the excess in new construction and the flooding of the market with distressed properties like foreclosures and short sales caused by the lack of appropriate lending standards are what led to the housing crash 10 years ago. So let's look at where we are today. If we look at lending standards based on the Mortgage Credit Availability Index, which is released every month by the Mortgage Bankers Association, we can see that standards have become more reasonable over the past few years, but they're still nowhere near where they were in the early 2000s. Now let's jump over and take a look at new construction. We can also see that home builders are not overbuilding. The average annual housing starts in the first quarter of this year were not just below the numbers of 2002 and 2006, but they were below the starts going all the way back to 1980. This is part of what's causing inventory shortages in some of our markets. Now, if we look at home prices, most homes haven't even returned to the prices that they saw a decade ago. Trulia just released a report that explained that when it comes to the value of individual homes, the U.S. housing market has yet to recover. In fact, if you really look at the numbers, just 34.2% of homes nationally have seen their values surpass that pre-recession peak. So are we really in a bubble? Then if you take into consideration rental rates and that they're continuing to rise, this makes home ownership a better long-term investment and more cost-effective than renters, which keeps bringing buyers into our market. Now, we may take a look at mortgage lending standards today and see that they are appropriate. And with new construction still being below what is necessary, and with home prices not even recovered yet and rental rates rising, make the fears of this bubble or this bubble burst seem a bit over-exaggerated. So I hope this video helps to answer some of your questions. And if you have questions on this video or any other questions about the Raleigh market, I'd love to help you. You can reach out to me at GretchenColeyProperties.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.